let's talk about Tommy Robinson. We haven't talked about him for a little bit. Well, because it seems like things are going better for him. I haven't heard anything else about his trial, so I'm guessing that must be over, because I haven't heard anything else about it. On his YouTube channel, he was doing the projects with for veterans, help the soldiers, and doing some fundraising for some children of veterans with disabilities and things. And most recently, we saw the march for the Brexit betrayal march, and it was pretty amazing. And I said, and you know, when they were singing that Rue Britannia, I start to cry, because it's just touching. Because all us people in the world, we're all of a human race. We're all different. We all have our own little countries, and we all have our own families, and my goodness, we all have our own states, our own towns, our own teams. So we're broken up in millions of little bits. But anyway, I'm always happy for people. We should encourage each other and be happy for each other when we have successes. You know, want the best for your fellow man and other people in other countries. You gotta want the best for people. So it really touches me to see people taking pride in their country, and it's very touching. And I like that. We want to see my goodness, Britain has been around. They're such an ancient country. We'd like to see them hang around for a while longer. And there's so much history, so much literature, so much culture we've had from Britain. We'd like to see it be strong again, be great again. I know that we've been seeing a lot of signs of life from a lot of Eastern European countries, and the Western Europeans are still struggling to come out. And I said, of course, Americans haven't been fighting very much yet either, so we'll see. But I hope the wave of nationalism will continue, and we'll have strong countries again. And like I said, so I think Tommy Robinson has been doing well lately. And I'd like to address one thing I had someone comment about. I said I get a number of nasty comments whenever I do my Tommy Robinson videos. Some people are trolling out to complain about him. But anyway, and at one point somebody raised, they said, oh, well, he's not condemning all the other British people that have engaged in the child trafficking. And I believe he certainly is. He certainly is condemning them too. He said that whenever he was done with his the jail problem, he was going to be investigating, going after any of those policemen or social workers that were complicit in hiding, covering up, or facilitating the destroying of these children and from the rape gangs. So he definitely is against the British people who have been part of the child rape thing. Definitely. I mean, obviously the people who were doing it 100 years ago, there's nothing we can do about them now. They're dead. But, so that's definitely a part of his plan, that he's going to go after the other British people that have been a part of these crimes. Now, that said, there are a lot of different aspects, of sexual crimes, and one person is probably not going to be the spokesperson for every single one. They're going to pick a certain one. Whereas Tommy Robinson, he's focusing on the rape gangs, the gangs who rape children. He wasn't focusing on, British selling children's slaves to other countries, or the crimes from 100 years ago. He wasn't, and I guess he's not focusing on the royal family. If they have been committing any sex crimes, he's not focusing on them. He's focusing on the child rape gangs and whoever is involved in them. And like I said, and of course apparently the Islamists are unhappy because it seems like they feel like he's targeting them specifically. But I believe he also would go after any of the British, if regular British people were having rape gangs, he would go after them as well. So, and that's definitely a stand he needs to make, because we have to, like I said, we have to be consistent. We have to be consistent. Like I said, for instance, like I said, in my country, in America, the Democrats are not consistent because they use people and groups as political pawns, and they will sell them down the river when it's convenient for them. Like I said, when they say they're for women's rights, they're only for certain types of women's rights. They're not for all women's rights, So you've got to watch that. And the same with the children's rights. So the left in my country is very crooked. They just use people as political pawns, and that's that. But that's the point. So I still continue to believe that Tommy Robinson is working hard and doing a lot of good for Britain, and he is going to do his best. I mean, obviously the child sex rings are a big problem, and as one man, he's accomplished quite a bit. It may take him years to, he may not be able to clear it all up, but he's going to try to do as much good as he can. And it's an illustration of how, just one lone man can, stand up and make a difference and really sweep the world with making a stand. So I say that's an example for all of us. We need to stand up for what is right, and we need to, make sacrifices. And it may not feel like you're making a difference right away, but you are. So we see how Tommy made a difference, and we see how we can make a difference if we just stand strong and never give up. So let freedom ring and rule Britannia. God bless.